Look, the title of this video is only just like a little bit clickbaity, but I promise I will explain what I'm talking about in just a second. But before we get to all of that, I want to introduce myself very quickly. My name is DJ Switch. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today we're talking about the brand new, just announced Mackie Thump Sub Go. This is a dual 8-inch subwoofer with a whole bunch of standard features that you would expect from like any powered subwoofer, right? It's got two woofers. They both happen to be 8-inch woofers, but it does have a 400-watt Class D amplifier to drive those two 8-inch woofers. It also has two combo XLR 1/4-inch inputs. It has two XLR outputs, so you can run either a stereo pair or you can actually hit a button on the back and switch them into mono if you want to run everything in mono. It also has a volume knob. Okay, so as far as new stuff is concerned, there's a couple of very interesting features on the Thump Sub Go that really caught my attention. I mean, having a battery powered subwoofer is cool. And, you know, it's not the first one on the market, but it is definitely going to be, I think, the most like accessible battery powered sub on the market, at least in the near term. But there's a couple things you need to know about this thing. And first of all, it has a Bluetooth connection option. You can connect your Bluetooth device straight to the subwoofer so you can get full range output from your Bluetooth music. The days of connecting your Bluetooth device for cocktail music and only being able to get music out of the top end and not out of the low end, those days are gone. Now you just connect your device directly to the subwoofer. It gives you full range output. You will get a full clean sound out of whatever it is that you're using to over Bluetooth to try and play either like background music, cocktail music, ceremony music for you wedding guys, like whatever it is, you can now get full range out of your small battery powered system. Okay. The other thing that we need to talk about is the batteries themselves. This Mackie Thump Sub Go comes with a single 6-hour battery, but it comes with 2 battery ports. And a little birdie told me that they are wired in parallel, not in series. Now, hang on, before you leave, like, it's going to get just a tiny bit technical, but I promise it will make sense. When you have 2 batteries that are wired in series with each other, they basically drain at the same time. So the idea is that if you have twice the batteries, you have twice the battery life, more or less. But when you wire the batteries in parallel, what that means is it drains one before it starts draining the other one. Now, here's where the title of this video is going to make a little bit more sense, because Mackie is sort of lying to us when they put on the brochure that with 2 batteries, you can have up to 12 hours of battery life on the Thump Sub Go. But check it out. That's not true. Because the batteries are wired in parallel, you can hot swap them, which means if you have a third battery that is fully charged, all you have to do is wait for the first one to drain, swap it with the fresh one while it runs off of the second one, and then you can start charging the first one. So now you're running on batteries 2 and 3 while battery number 1 is charging. This means that you're not going to get 12 hours of battery life out of your Thump Sub Go. You're going to get indefinite battery life. You can run this thing for days as long as you set an alarm and make sure that you get up in time to swap out the battery with a freshly charged one. As long as it has at least one fresh charged battery, you'll be able to take advantage of the full 400-watt amplifier that is built into the back of the Thump Sub Go. That is insane. So I apologize for the clickbaity title, but it's kind of true. Like, they're saying 12 hours of battery life on the brochure, but the reality is you can get way more than 12 hours. Not that anybody would ever need more than 12 hours. I can't imagine anybody needing more than 12 hours of battery life off this thing, but if you need it, you can have it. Look, Mackie, you tried to pull one over on us, but I'm on to you. You can't fool this guy.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
I hope y'all are as excited about the Mackie Thump Sub Go as I am. I bought a pair of Thump Go speakers. I originally bought one and I was using it as a monitor and then occasionally as like a battery powered speaker solution for like smaller events or like pop-up stuff. But I loved it so much, I bought a second one because some of the smaller cocktail gigs, some of the smaller bar gigs I was playing, my 15-inch speakers were just way too much for those rooms. sometimes I'm playing to like 20 or 30 people, and I don't need dual 15s to blow people's ears out for like an audience of like 20 folks. So instead, I bought a second Thump Go, and I've been using the Thump Goes as just a standard stereo speaker system to play out of, and they work. But as you could probably imagine, as an 8-inch speaker, there's not a lot going on there with the low end. So adding a battery powered sub to a system like that, not only does it not sacrifice much of the portability, it's still going to be a very portable solution, but also we're going to be able to add in that low end for those much smaller events and those much smaller cocktail get-togethers and things that really has been missing from those smaller setups. And you ceremony guys, congratulations. You now have proper low end for a nice full range sound for your ceremony music, your cocktail music, any secondary systems that you're setting up at the weddings. You now have a solution, and it's an incredibly affordable solution. I don't know if they've released the price or not. So like, I don't want to speak out of turn, but trust me when I tell you, this thing is incredibly reasonably priced, and I will definitely be trying to get my hands on some. I'd love to get a pair. We'll see. But to that end, if you want to see me get my hands on the Thump Sub Go and do a proper review on this channel, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you would use a portable subwoofer solution for. I would love to see your thoughts, your ideas down in my comments. And, if we get enough attention, if we get enough interest from the folks that are looking at the Thump Sub Go as a portable subwoofer solution, I can talk to the folks at Mackie. We'll see if we can get you guys a proper review. That being said, thank you so much for watching. I would love it if you would consider subscribing to the channel and coming back here to talk about all things video games, all things audio, all things technology. Like, those are the things that really get me up in the morning, and I'm excited to share more videos in the very near future with all of you. So make sure you get subscribed and come back, and I hope that we get to hang out again soon. I'll see you on the next one.